Have you ever had a feeling you can't explain? Or a dream that felt too real? What if that parallel self is desperately trying to send you a message about the path you should take? Have you ever felt a strange sensation? A whisper from somewhere beyond the veil of your reality? Right now, as you're watching this, there exists another version of you in a parallel dimension. This other you has made different choices, walked different paths, and gained wisdom you haven't yet discovered. What if this parallel self is actively trying to communicate with you? Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a version of you who already solved the very problem keeping you awake at night. A version who took that risk you've been contemplating. A version who found the peace you're desperately seeking. Now imagine this version is sending you messages, subtle signs meant to guide you toward your highest potential. This isn't mere fantasy. Quantum physics has revealed that our universe consists of infinite possibilities existing simultaneously. The reality you perceive is just one thread in a vast cosmic tapestry. Every decision you make, every thought that flickers through your mind, creates branches in your timeline. Alternate realities where different versions of you explore paths untaken in this reality. These parallel selves aren't disconnected from you. They're bound by the invisible threads of consciousness that transcend dimensional barriers. They're aspects of your greater self, separated only by the thinnest veils of perception. And sometimes, when the conditions are right, these veils become transparent, allowing messages to flow between worlds. Today, you'll discover the 7 unmistakable signs that your parallel self is reaching out to you. You'll learn how to recognize these cosmic communications, interpret their meaning, and use them to transform your life. This knowledge isn't just fascinating, it's a gateway to unlocking your full potential across all dimensions of existence. Before diving into the signs, you must understand the foundation of parallel realities. From a spiritual perspective, the universe isn't singular, but infinitely diverse. A vast ocean of possibilities where every potential version of reality exists simultaneously. Each dimension contains a version of you experiencing a different life path, all stemming from the choices made or not made in your timeline. These multiple realities aren't created randomly. They emerge from universal consciousness, the intelligent field that underlies all existence. Every thought you have, every intention you set, generates ripples across this field, creating new branches in your personal multiverse. In one reality, you might be living your dream life, while in another, you're navigating entirely different challenges. Quantum physics offers a complementary perspective through the principle of superposition. At the subatomic level, particles exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. Similarly, all possible versions of your life exist in a state of quantum potential until your consciousness collapses these possibilities into your experienced reality. The versions of you inhabiting these parallel dimensions aren't separate entities but extensions of your greater self. Though they exist at different vibrational frequencies, they're connected through the unified field of consciousness. This connection allows for communication between your various selves, a cosmic conversation happening just beyond your ordinary awareness. These parallel selves often attempt to guide you, especially when you're approaching significant crossroads or when you need wisdom that your current self hasn't yet acquired. They send signals across dimensional boundaries, subtle messages designed to nudge you toward your highest potential. Learning to recognize these signs is the first step in accessing the collective wisdom of your multidimensional existence. You're walking down an unfamiliar street when suddenly everything feels intensely familiar. The arrangement of buildings, the quality of light, even the distant sounds, all trigger a profound sense that you've experienced this exact moment before. This is déjà vu, and it's far more significant than most people realize. These moments of recognition aren't glitches in your memory. They're glimpses into parallel timelines where you've already lived through similar experiences. When déjà vu strikes, the boundaries between realities momentarily thin, allowing your consciousness to perceive across dimensions. It's as if your parallel self has experienced this moment and is sharing that memory with you. Pay special attention to the emotional quality of these experiences. A déjà vu accompanied by a sense of peace or excitement may be your parallel self confirming you're on the right path. Conversely, one that brings unease might be a warning from a version of you who made choices leading to unwanted outcomes. The next time déjà vu washes over you, don't dismiss it. Instead, pause and tune into the sensation. What specific elements feel familiar? What emotions arise? Is there a subtle message embedded in the experience? By consciously engaging with these moments, you strengthen the connection to your parallel selves, making future communications clearer and more frequent. Some déjà vu experiences are particularly powerful. They feel less like vague familiarity and more like remembering a dream with perfect clarity. These intense episodes often occur at pivotal moments in your life, when decisions you make could significantly alter your trajectory. They're cosmic signposts, marking moments when multiple timelines converge and your parallel selves reach out most urgently. You've been contemplating a major life change when suddenly, references to this exact change begin appearing everywhere. The same unusual symbol catches your eye repeatedly. A stranger mentions the very topic you've been pondering. A book falls open to a page containing precisely the guidance you need. These aren't coincidences. They're synchronicities, and they're one of the primary ways your parallel selves communicate with you. Synchronicities are meaningful coincidences that defy ordinary explanation. They occur when your consciousness aligns with that of your parallel selves, creating patterns that bridge dimensional boundaries. These patterns manifest in your physical reality as events that seem statistically improbable yet personally significant. Your parallel selves, existing in realities where they've already made certain choices, use synchronicities to guide you toward or away from similar decisions. They cannot directly control your reality, but they influence the probability field around you, causing certain symbols, numbers, or themes to appear with unusual frequency. For example, if you're considering relocating to a new city, you might suddenly encounter multiple references to that location, overhearing conversations about it, seeing its name in unexpected places, or meeting people connected to it. These aren't random occurrences, but messages from a version of you who has already made this move and wants to share the wisdom gained from that experience. The key to working with synchronicities lies in developing your pattern recognition abilities. Begin noticing when certain symbols, numbers, or themes appear repeatedly in your life. Keep a synchronicity journal, recording these occurrences and the circumstances surrounding them. Over time, you'll discern patterns that reveal the specific language your parallel selves use to communicate with you. When interpreting synchronicities, trust your intuition above all else. The meaning of these signs is deeply personal. What signifies one thing to someone else may hold an entirely different significance for you. The emotional response these coincidences trigger provides valuable clues to their intended message. A synchronicity that brings a sense of expansion and excitement likely confirms you're moving in a beneficial direction. You find yourself in a vivid dreamscape, a place that feels both foreign and strangely familiar. The people, the environment, the situations all carry an unusual clarity and emotional resonance. Upon waking, the dream lingers in your consciousness, refusing to fade like ordinary dreams. This wasn't merely your subconscious processing daily events. It was a glimpse into a parallel reality. Dreams serve as natural gateways between dimensions. During sleep, your conscious mind relaxes its grip on your perceived reality, allowing your awareness to drift between timelines. Many of your most vivid dreams are actually experiences from your parallel selves being shared across the unified field of consciousness. Pay particular attention to recurring dreams or those featuring versions of yourself living different lives. These often represent direct communications from parallel selves, trying to share important experiences or insights. The emotional tone of these dreams provides crucial context. Feelings of joy or fulfillment may indicate paths with positive outcomes, while anxiety or fear might serve as warnings. Lucid dreaming, becoming consciously aware that you're dreaming while still in the dream state, offers an even more powerful opportunity for interdimensional communication. When you achieve lucidity, you can actively engage with your parallel selves, asking questions and receiving guidance directly. This practice creates a conscious bridge between realities, strengthening your connection to your multidimensional existence. To enhance dream communication with your parallel selves, establish a pre-sleep intention. Before falling asleep, clearly state your desire to connect with your parallel selves and receive guidance on specific questions or challenges. Keep a dream journal beside your bed and record your experiences immediately upon waking, before the memories fade. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the specific ways your parallel selves communicate through your dreamscape. Some dreams feel so real that they leave you questioning which reality is more authentic, your waking life or the dream world. These hyper-realistic dreams often represent moments when the boundaries between dimensions become exceptionally thin, allowing for profound exchanges of information and energy between your various selves. You're going about your day when suddenly everything feels slightly off, as if the world around you has shifted in subtle but perceptible ways. Familiar surroundings seem somehow different. You experience a momentary disorientation, a feeling that you don't quite belong in your current reality. This unsettling sensation isn't a psychological anomaly, it's a sign that you're temporarily perceiving through the consciousness of a parallel self. These moments of displacement occur when your vibrational frequency momentarily aligns with that of a parallel timeline. For a brief instant, your perception straddles multiple realities, creating a dissonance between what you expect to experience and what you're actually experiencing. It's as if you're seeing your world through the eyes of a version of you that exists in a slightly different reality. This phenomenon often happens during periods of significant change, or when you're contemplating important decisions. It's a mechanism that allows your parallel selves to share their perspective, giving you a glimpse of how reality might appear if you choose a different path. The feeling of something being not quite right is actually an awareness of the subtle differences between timelines. When you experience this sensation, resist the urge to dismiss it as mere imagination. Instead, tune into the feeling and explore what specifically feels different. Is it the physical environment, the quality of your thoughts, the emotional atmosphere? These details can provide valuable insights into the nature of the parallel reality you're momentarily accessing. Sometimes these displacement experiences are accompanied by a profound sense of nostalgia for a life you haven't lived, a longing for places you've never visited, or connections with people you've never met. This is your emotional body resonating with experiences from your parallel selves, a phenomenon sometimes called quantum nostalgia. It serves as a reminder of the vast spectrum of possibilities available to you across the multiverse. You're facing a difficult decision when suddenly a solution appears in your mind with absolute clarity. This insight doesn't feel like it came from your normal thought process. It arrived fully formed, accompanied by a deep sense of certainty. This is an intuitive flash, one of the most direct forms of communication from your parallel selves. Your intuition serves as a receiver for wisdom transmitted across dimensional boundaries. When a parallel version of you has already navigated a situation similar to what you're currently facing, they can share their knowledge through intuitive channels. These insights often arrive during moments of mental stillness or when you're deeply engaged in an activity that quiets your analytical mind. Unlike logical reasoning, which progresses step by step, intuitive flashes from parallel selves arrive as complete packages of understanding. They often bring solutions you wouldn't have conceived through your normal thinking patterns, evidence that they originate from a perspective beyond your current experience. These intuitive messages frequently come with a distinctive energetic signature, a feeling of rightness that transcends ordinary confidence. You simply know the insight is true, even if you can't immediately explain why. This certainty stems from the fact that the knowledge isn't theoretical, but experiential, drawn from what a parallel self has already lived through. To enhance your reception of these intuitive communications, practice quieting your analytical mind through meditation or mindful activities. The more you can reduce mental noise, the clearer the channel becomes for receiving wisdom from your parallel selves. Additionally, when facing important decisions, explicitly ask your parallel selves for guidance. This intention creates an energetic invitation for communication across dimensions. Some people experience these intuitive flashes as actual voices or distinct thoughts that feel as if they're coming from elsewhere. Others receive them as sudden knowings or as vivid mental images. Pay attention to your unique mode of intuitive reception and honor it as your personal channel for interdimensional communication. You suddenly develop interests in subjects you've never explored before. You find yourself drawn to activities that previously held no appeal. Your reactions to situations change in ways that surprise even you. These unexpected shifts in behavior and preferences often indicate that aspects of your parallel selves are integrating into your current identity. As the connections between your various selves strengthen, energy and information flow more freely across dimensional boundaries. This exchange can manifest as sudden changes in your personality, preferences, or abilities, as if parts of your parallel selves are merging with your current self, bringing their unique qualities into your experience. These integrations often occur during major life transitions or following intense spiritual practices that raise your vibrational frequency. As your energy field expands, it naturally resonates with parallel versions of you, vibrating at similar frequencies, facilitating the transfer of their qualities into your reality. You might discover talents you didn't know you possessed, perhaps an affinity for an instrument you've never played, or an understanding of concepts you've never studied. These seemingly spontaneous abilities are actually skills developed by your parallel selves, being made available to your current self through the unified field of consciousness. Similarly, you might find yourself drawn to places, people, or cultures that previously held no special significance for you. These new attractions often represent connections that are important to your parallel selves, relationships or environments that have facilitated their growth and fulfillment. By following these unexpected interests, you align yourself with timelines where these beneficial connections exist for you as well. When you notice these sudden changes in your preferences or abilities, approach them with curiosity rather than resistance. They represent gifts from your parallel selves, aspects of your greater potential being activated in your current reality. By embracing these changes, you accelerate your evolution and expand the range of possibilities available to you. You experience moments when the quality of your perception subtly changes. Colors seem more vivid, sounds more clear, emotions more intense. There's a heightened sense of aliveness, as if you're experiencing reality in higher definition. These vibrational shifts indicate that you're temporarily resonating with a parallel self existing at a higher frequency. Every version of you across the multiverse exists at a specific vibrational frequency determined by their level of consciousness and energetic alignment. Versions living in more harmonious, fulfilling realities vibrate at higher frequencies than those experiencing greater limitation or discord. When you experience a sudden elevation in your energetic state, you're aligning with parallel selves existing in these more expanded realities. These vibrational shifts often occur spontaneously during moments of joy, gratitude, or deep presence. They can also be deliberately induced through practices that raise your frequency, such as meditation, energy work, or conscious acts of love and compassion. As you elevate your vibration, you naturally attune to parallel selves resonating at similar frequencies. During these heightened states, the communication between you and your parallel selves becomes more fluid and direct. Insights flow more freely, synchronicities increase, and your manifestation abilities are amplified. It's as if you're temporarily accessing the operating system of a more advanced version of yourself, experiencing reality through their expanded perception. To work consciously with these vibrational shifts, practice recognizing when they occur and intentionally prolonging these states. Notice the specific thoughts, environments, or activities that trigger these elevations in your frequency. By deliberately cultivating these conditions, you strengthen your connection to higher vibrating parallel selves and gradually shift your baseline frequency to match theirs. Some spiritual traditions refer to this process as walking between worlds, maintaining awareness of your physical reality while simultaneously accessing the expanded perception of your higher frequency selves. With practice, you can learn to navigate these different vibrational states consciously, choosing which parallel reality you wish to align with in any given moment. Now that you recognize the signs of communication from your parallel selves, the next step is learning to consciously align with them. This alignment isn't about escaping your current reality, but about integrating the wisdom and energy of your parallel selves to enhance your present experience. The key to this alignment lies in understanding that everything in existence is fundamentally energy, vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions all emit specific vibrations that resonate with corresponding realities across the multiverse. By consciously modulating your vibrational state, you can tune into parallel versions of yourself existing at different frequencies. The version of you living in abundance, harmony, and fulfillment vibrates at a higher frequency than versions experiencing limitation or discord. To align with these more expanded selves, you must raise your own vibrational frequency through consistent practice and intention. Begin with gratitude, one of the most powerful frequency-raising tools available. When you genuinely appreciate what exists in your life, you emit a vibration that resonates with realities where abundance is your natural state. Each morning and evening, take time to acknowledge specific aspects of your life that inspire gratitude. Feel this appreciation deeply, allowing it to permeate your entire being. Forgiveness is equally powerful for vibrational alignment. Holding on to resentment or judgment keeps you tethered to lower frequency realities where conflict and separation dominate. By releasing these emotional burdens through forgiveness of others and yourself, you free your energy to rise toward more harmonious timelines. Your physical practices also significantly impact your vibrational state. Regular meditation creates space between your thoughts, allowing higher frequencies to enter your awareness. Physical exercise moves stagnant energy through your system, clearing blockages that may be keeping your vibration suppressed. Conscious nutrition, choosing foods that support energetic clarity, provides the foundation for sustained vibrational elevation. The words you speak and the thoughts you entertain act as continuous broadcasts, attracting corresponding frequencies from across the multiverse. Practice vigilance over your internal dialogue, consciously choosing thoughts that align with the reality you wish to experience. When negative patterns arise, recognize them without judgment and deliberately shift to perspectives that resonate with your desired state. Remember that vibrational alignment isn't a destination, but a continuous practice. Your frequency naturally fluctuates throughout the day in response to various influences. The goal isn't perfect consistency, but conscious awareness, noticing when your vibration drops and intentionally returning to alignment with your higher frequency selves. Among all practices for connecting with your parallel selves, meditation stands as the most direct and powerful. In the silence of meditation, the boundaries between dimensions naturally thin, allowing for clearer communication across the multiverse. Meditation works by quieting the constant chatter of your analytical mind, the aspect of your consciousness most firmly anchored to your current reality. As this mental noise subsides, your awareness naturally expands beyond the limitations of your physical senses, becoming receptive to subtler frequencies where your parallel selves exist. To use meditation specifically for connecting with your parallel selves, begin with a clear intention. Before entering your practice, state internally which aspect of your multidimensional existence you wish to contact. Perhaps you seek guidance from a version of you who has mastered a particular skill, healed a specific condition, or achieved a state of being you aspire to. As you settle into meditation, visualize yourself in a sacred space, a neutral zone between realities where communication can occur freely. This might appear as a room with multiple doors, a garden with various paths, or simply a sphere of light where different frequencies can converge. This visualization creates a psychic structure that facilitates interdimensional contact. From this space, extend an invitation to the parallel self you wish to connect with. You might visualize this version of you approaching, or simply feel their presence entering your awareness. Remain receptive to whatever form this connection takes. It might come as words, images, sensations, or simply a quality of knowing that wasn't there before. When you sense this connection has been established, present your questions or simply remain open to whatever wisdom is being offered. The communication may not arrive in linear, logical form. Often it comes as holographic packages of understanding that unfold over time as you integrate them into your awareness. Before concluding your meditation, express gratitude for the connection and the insights received. This appreciation strengthens the bridge between your realities, making future communications easier and clearer. Then gently return your awareness to your physical body and current environment, bringing with you whatever wisdom was shared across dimensions. With regular practice, this meditative connection becomes increasingly seamless. You may find that you can access the perspective of your parallel selves, even during your daily activities, receiving their guidance in real time as you navigate your life decisions. As communications from your parallel selves become more frequent, you'll need to develop discernment in interpreting these messages. Unlike information from external sources, these transmissions come through your own consciousness, making it sometimes challenging to distinguish between genuine interdimensional communication and your own thoughts or wishful thinking. The first key to accurate interpretation is emotional resonance. Messages from your parallel selves carry a distinctive energetic signature, a feeling of expansion, clarity, or deep recognition. Even when these communications contain challenging information, they bring a sense of rightness that transcends your personal preferences. If a perceived message feels constricting, fear-based, or ego-enhancing, it's likely coming from your own conditioning rather than your parallel selves. Context also provides important clues for interpretation. Notice when these messages arrive. What were you contemplating? What questions were present in your awareness? What decisions were you facing? Your parallel selves respond to your current circumstances, offering guidance relevant to your immediate path. Understanding this context helps clarify the intended meaning of their communications. Documentation enhances your interpretive abilities. Keep a dedicated journal for recording signs, synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive flashes that seem to come from your parallel selves. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the specific language through which your multidimensional aspects communicate with you. This record also allows you to track which messages led to positive outcomes when followed, further refining your discernment. Meditation specifically focused on received messages can deepen your understanding of their meaning. When you receive a sign or synchronicity that feels significant but unclear, take it into meditation. Hold the experience in your awareness and ask for greater clarity about its intended message. Often, the fuller meaning will unfold in this receptive state. Trust plays a crucial role in accurate interpretation. Your analytical mind may attempt to dismiss or rationalize communications from your parallel selves, particularly when they challenge your existing beliefs or comfort zone. Developing trust in these interdimensional messages requires courage, the willingness to follow guidance that may not make logical sense from your limited perspective, but resonates with your deeper knowing. Remember that interpretation is a skill that develops with practice. Initially, you may misinterpret some messages or question their authenticity. This is a natural part of the learning process. As you continue working with these communications, your discernment will sharpen, allowing for increasingly accurate and nuanced interpretation of the wisdom your parallel selves are sharing. The ultimate purpose of connecting with your parallel selves isn't merely to receive interesting information, but to integrate their wisdom into your lived experience. This integration transforms theoretical knowledge into embodied understanding, allowing you to navigate your reality with greater awareness and effectiveness. Integration begins with recognition, acknowledging the guidance received from your parallel selves and honoring it as valuable. This recognition creates an energetic opening for the information to move from intellectual understanding to cellular knowing. Take time to consciously appreciate the wisdom being shared across dimensions, recognizing it as a gift from aspects of your greater self. The next step involves practical application. When you receive guidance from your parallel selves, look for opportunities to implement it in your daily life. This might involve making different choices, adopting new perspectives, or developing skills that your parallel selves have already mastered. Each time you act on this guidance, you strengthen the connection between your realities and accelerate your alignment with more expanded versions of yourself. Integration often requires courage, especially when the wisdom from your parallel selves challenges your comfort zone or established patterns. Perhaps you receive consistent guidance to pursue a path different from what you had planned, or to release relationships or circumstances that no longer serve your evolution. Following this guidance may feel temporarily uncomfortable, but ultimately leads to greater alignment with your authentic path. Patience is essential during this integration process. The wisdom from your parallel selves often unfolds gradually, revealing its full significance over time rather than all at once. What initially seems like a simple insight may continue expanding in meaning as you work with it, eventually transforming your entire perspective on a situation or aspect of your life. Physical practices support the integration of interdimensional wisdom. Your body serves as the vessel through which you experience reality, and it must be prepared to hold the higher frequencies associated with your expanded awareness. Practices like yoga, qigong, conscious breathing, and energy work help recalibrate your physical system to accommodate these elevated vibrations. As you consistently integrate the wisdom from your parallel selves, you'll notice a gradual transformation in your experience of reality. Limitations that once seemed fixed begin to dissolve. Possibilities you couldn't previously perceive become apparent. Your sense of identity expands beyond the boundaries of your current personality, embracing the vast spectrum of your multidimensional existence. This integration process represents a sacred journey of becoming, not acquiring something new, but remembering who you truly are across all dimensions. Each message received, each insight integrated brings you closer to embodying the fullness of your multidimensional nature, expressing more of your infinite potential in your current reality. As you deepen your connection with your parallel selves, you begin to perceive your life from a vastly expanded perspective. What once appeared as isolated events or random circumstances reveals itself as part of an intricate cosmic symphony, a harmonious interplay of energies across multiple dimensions, orchestrating your evolution. From this expanded viewpoint, challenges transform into opportunities for growth. Seeming setbacks become redirections toward more aligned paths, and synchronicities emerge as guideposts marking your journey toward greater wholeness. You recognize that you're not merely living a single life, but participating in a grand multidimensional unfolding of your infinite potential. This awareness fundamentally shifts how you navigate reality. Decisions are no longer made solely from the limited perspective of your current self, but informed by the collective wisdom of your parallel selves. You begin to sense the ripple effects of your choices across multiple timelines, developing a cosmic responsibility that naturally aligns you with choices serving your highest good and the greater whole. Your relationship with time transforms as well. Rather than perceiving time as a linear progression from past to future, you experience it as a fluid field of possibilities all existing simultaneously. This perspective liberates you from regrets about the past or anxiety about the future, anchoring you in the present moment where all potential timelines converge and where your creative power is most potent. As this multidimensional awareness integrates into your daily life, you naturally become a bridge between realities, a conscious conduit through which higher frequencies can enter your current dimension. This role extends beyond your personal evolution, contributing to the collective elevation of consciousness on your timeline. The wisdom you embody becomes available to others through your presence, words, and actions, creating ripples of awakening that extend far beyond your immediate sphere. The ultimate gift of connecting with your parallel selves is the remembrance of your true nature, not as an isolated being confined to a single reality, but as a vast, multidimensional consciousness experiencing itself through countless expressions across the infinite expanse of the multiverse. This remembrance dissolves the illusion of separation, revealing the profound unity underlying all existence. In this recognition, you find both freedom and peace, freedom from the limitations of a single perspective, and peace in knowing that all possibilities already exist. Your journey becomes one of conscious choosing rather than desperate seeking, of joyful exploration rather than anxious striving. Each step taken in awareness contributes to the magnificent unfolding of who you truly are across all dimensions of existence. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of your multidimensional nature. If this journey has illuminated something within you, please share your experiences in the comments below and subscribe to help us bring more of this knowledge to you and others. Each of us holds pieces of this cosmic puzzle, and in sharing our insights, we create a more complete picture of our collective potential. Remember that the signs from your parallel selves are always present. You need only develop the awareness to perceive them and the courage to follow where they lead. What if your most extraordinary self isn't just a future possibility, but a parallel reality already trying to guide you? Will you answer the call?